chapter, so we do have some pictures. Is he the only individual that's kind of a...
And his wife.
All right, he also has his wife, so both of them are doctors. All right, what are those doctors, those two, the drinkers? What are they doing in this chapter?
They're going to the Radium ancient house and body inspections on Captain took me to Dartmouth with how they.
All right, was she surprised? Yeah. All right, so the drinkers are kind of giving, they're evaluating the women that work at one of these dial painting companies. All right, and I mean, Dr. Drinker, the female Dr. Drinker, some shock at that discovery and things like that. Okay, so we have the drinkers. We don't have a picture of Catherine Drinker, but we do. Who else is involved? What's another person in this chapter?
The president.
The president of
The company.
the company. All right. Who else? Wiley. Who's Catherine Wiley? She's doing her own research, okay? Now, who does she work for?
The woman activist,
Right. She's kind of working for an activist, not company, but organization for women. And what does she want to make sure happens?
Justice
What kind of justice?
for the women.
Safe working conditions for women.
Yeah, so she wants justice for women, and what she's looking for is to make sure her organization is trying to ensure or look for or support safe working conditions for women. All right? So we have the drinkers doing an investigation. We have Miss Wiley over here, advocating for safe workplace for women. Okay? All right, what's the outcome of this chapter?
Nothing happen.
Nothing happens. All right? In fact, the drinkers, actually gave some feedback of their investigation. They provided the blood work, and it just said, the lady's blood looks pretty normal. Listen, there are some questions that come out of number 10. So when you are in your packet here, out of chapter 10 is 23, 24, and 25. So 23 asks, and this is on slide 10. 23 asks, which of the following examples, all right, which of the following are examples of lesions? It talks about that, when they walked into a room, so lesions is on page 62, right? It says, during the time the chief chemist, the drinkers couldn't even help but notice that he had dreadful lesions on his hands. So which of the following examples are of lesions? Tumors, abscesses, wounds, or all of the above?
Let me make sure.
Approaching a judge, right? And she's asking, what can these women do? And the judge, one, says, well, radium poisoning isn't one of the covered in the laws right now, right? So even if the girls, last full paragraph, midway, it says, but, and it was a big but, only 9 diseases were on the permitted list. Radium poisoning, if that was what was indeed causing the girls' suffering, was not on the list. In addition, the law had a 5-month statute of limitation. What do you think that statute of limitation means? And how does it relate to the book?
Okay.
How does it limit you? What is limiting? Read this last full paragraph, guys. Okay. So the limiting is the time, all right? only 5 months after I got sick to file my lawsuit. After that, I'm sorry you waited too long.